People are making so much out of what you guys didn't do as an offense Monday night. How much do you think the starting offense needs to play in this game on Sunday, if any?
I don't know. I'll leave that up to the coaches. I don't think that, that's not for me to decide or for me to evaluate. I would certainly like to go into the postseason feeling a lot better or coming off of something a little bit better than what we put forth this last game. But, of course, rest and recovery is important at this point in the season as well. And we're pretty fortunate because of the way we played throughout the season to have a first-round bye. So that's going to be huge. But, we just got to get back on track. Obviously, the Raiders did some really good things on defense, and we struggled on offense quite a bit. So, that's probably our worst half of football, that second half of the season.
Is it overblown how much extra work you need now with Nick in going into this game for the playoffs, or will you guys, even if you don't play as much Sunday, be okay in a couple of weeks?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we've played 2 games with them. We're going to get some practice and some, work during the bye weeks and stuff like that. So, we're going to continue to develop that chemistry and that continuity with Nick. And, I don't really think too much about all that other stuff.
He took pretty well to the tempo, obviously, in 2013, and was working late last week. Is there something about Nick's game that you think translates pretty well to the tempo style?
I don't know. Obviously he's done that a lot before. We did that with Nick, we did that with Chip quite a bit. But he's been successful in huddle situations too. I thought, the second year, or his first year, my second year with Andy's last year, he did a pretty good job when he was put in that situation to go play football. And he's a very solid quarterback, and you just gotta kind of, we're obviously not the best performance from the entire offense this past week. But I don't really. I think he can be successful in any of those situations.
Back in 2013, you guys had the same offensive line for the entire 16-game schedule. And this year you've been able to withstand all the different injuries and changes along the line. Why do you think that's been the case? You guys have been able to remain so successful?
I don't know. I think obviously Jason Peters was a huge loss. Not just in how tremendous of a football player he is, but just the person he is in this team, in this locker room and stuff like that. That one, was probably the biggest one besides Carson that you were like, I don't know how we're going to respond to this. I think just we have really, really good depth, and we've had good depth here for, last year we had good depth as well when Wiz went in. He did a great job. Isaac did a good job when he was called upon. I think Stout does a great job of making sure the backups are ready to go. And we have a great team. We have great running backs. We have the ability to throw the ball, which helps out our running game, to say the least. We have quarterbacks that make good decisions and put us in the right place. It's not overly complicated. And I think that when you have a game plan and when you have guys that are put in good situations, it leads to them getting the job done usually.
Do you think it's more of you taking the leadership role and the way that your role's evolved in the last few years?
I don't think so, no. I think my role's been pretty much the same for the past 3-4 years. So I just think we have really, really good depth now. The coaches, the front office have done a great job of making sure that the offensive line has had great depth. We got stuck there, and I think that was my second year where they really, really struggled with some of the backups and stuff like that. And but no, I don't think that. I think this is more of a credit to just the coaches and the personnel department.
How's Nick different now than he was then?
Obviously he's played a lot more football now. He's been through 4 different coaching staffs besides this one. I think that sounds right, maybe. He's been with 3 different teams, so he's kind of been around the block, and he can kind of pick and draw and take everything from where you've been. You feel more comfortable, more confident in yourself. Naturally, I think the more you play this game, and I think that that'd be the biggest thing. He's still the same guy though. He's still a competitive, loves to play the football game. When you're out there with him, he's having fun. He's enthusiastic. That part of Nick has never changed.
Was he more confident? I don't know, but it was all new to him back then. Does it?
Yeah, I think whenever you're, I think the main year I had with him, he's thrust into it like halfway through the season, or not halfway, like 4 games in, when Vic went down with like a hamstring injury, and he started playing really well. And it's just he was very new to the NFL at that point. So I think that now he kind of knows what he likes. He's been around. It's just much more seasoned now is the biggest difference.